Yo, it's Andre Webley. Welcome to My Block. I'm going to be the host of this podcast. This is where you're going to get some documentation of my life, my business, as well as getting some healthy tips and tricks that will help you benefit starting with your body and mind. You ready for this? Let's get it.
Yeah, it's time for that, man. It's time for that. I don't even know where I'm going with this shit. Picture me chillin', a youngin' plotting and dreaming he can achieve millions. Humble, but I know that this skill will be deemed brilliant. Damn it, I brag. Blocked out any urge to use them tablets, no iPad. And I had shorts under my jeans like 21 can break out anywhere. Ends low, aspire to bring them higher than chandeliers. Got a gut feeling like I been drinking plenty beer. I know some niggas watching and plotting, but I can't have no fear. Bitch, I come from the field, give you something to feel. Ain't fucking with no ass shots, I need something that's real. The hottest nigga bringing you an abundance of chills, niggas.
And we're back again. Alright, so let's do one more. You already know. What do you want to talk about?
Let's just throw it out there. We're gonna play rock, paper, scissors. 1, 2, 3, right? 1, 2, 3.
But who's picking what?
You listen. I don't care. I'll pick the first one, and you pick the second one.
Okay.
1, 2, 3. All right. 2 out 3. 2 out 3.
Right.
1, 2, 3. All right. 1, 2, 3. All right.
1, 2, 3.
Fuck.
Reverse psychology on you.
I'm guessing you guys know who won. I don't like losing.
All right.
Now run that back.
Yo, 2 more times.
Fucking hate losing, dude. No matter what it is, I'm just like, little bit of salt. A little bit of salt just got, rubbed on my heart. He was like, here you go, high cholesterol.
Alright, let's go. Different cultural practices. Should we talk about?
I mean, what's up,
Master and client relations.
Oh, I don't know, shit, we do.
We can try whatever. Go for it, Jerry. You know what? You won. I don't care. You won.
What was the second one?
Different cultural practices.
Different cultural practices? I really can't speak on that one.
So let's talk about, what? This whole segment is entitled to you.
Oh, God. This might be like 20 minutes. It might be a little shorter. Mastering client relations.
I ain't speaking on anything. I don't know crap about that.
Okay. But the way I think about clients are just think of them as people. Like,
they're people?
Yeah, they're people. Yeah, they can. But the way I think about it is more like use the golden rule. Like, speak to people how you want to be spoken. And when you're establishing a relationship, it's more than. Sorry, I got like snot and shit. I don't know, but it's more about establishing. I hate to use the word rapport, but rapport. Yeah, it's just basically just learning everything you can about that person, and establishing.
Scout report.
Yeah, right. you almost like scout them. It's just like you do any other person. Like when you're at your job, you know the people who to talk to. You know the people who not to talk to. You know who's going to be the brown noser, and you already know who's going to be. You already know who you could go to be like, yo, I just need to go run outside real quick to go. You know what I'm saying? Do some stuff. But you establish groundwork and not like show dominance, but you also show that you want to learn them, that you want to help them become a better person. You are acquiring the knowledge to help them to do the best that they can, and it's not about teaching them. It's about helping them learn and get into the place that they want to be. If I'm sitting there and I'm like 5 + 5 = 10, and you're gonna be like, oh my God, if I'm just doing that the entire time and being super technical and throwing all these big words at you, you're gonna be like, okay, right, and shaking your head and shit. I do my best not to teach them, more like I want them to learn, and I guide them to the place that they need to be. And I think we were talking about this earlier with constructive criticism. You gotta be able to shape what you want for them without necessarily giving them the answers. So I I don't tell somebody this is how you should squat because that's the right way. I'm like, no, like you feel better. You turn your knees out, it'll help you sit down when you squat. And once that person does that, and they're like, okay, that feels better. Now I established a feeling with something that I said. You know what I mean? Turn your knees. You had knee trouble. You turned your knees outwards. You sat down. You squat better. Now you're like, okay, I could actually trust this guy because he kind of knows what the hell he's talking about. Again, and it is very crucial for me. It's the beginning steps. And I'm sorry, I even went to squats first, but even the beginning steps from introducing yourself to talking with them on the way to the gym, or even just meeting them at the gym and what you're saying. It all means something. You just can't go, hey Bob, you know what I mean? Like, there's nothing wrong with that, but at the same time, you want to be able to give that person more. You ever had an awkward car ride with somebody, and it is just super awkward, like nobody's saying anything, you guys, the music's not even up because everything is so awkward.
Thumb low.
Yeah,
you have to be on your phone just to play it off for a bit.
Yeah.
It's like, I know.
Not even looking at each other, you're like, I don't know what to do at this point. But I always make conversation with them, whether it's the same question every day, like how you doing, what you doing, you know, how's your food, how's your eating, because I have to make sure that these things. We're good.
Okay.
I have to make sure that these things are relevant, because it's like I have to know, because I have to know how much you're going to pay attention. I have to keep you accountable. And if you know I'm going to ask you this question, you know that you got to do something about it. Why? Because you're giving me your money in order for me to make you better. And that's my job. I love doing it. You know, so I'm going to do it to the fullest extent. So I'm going to ask you the things you don't want to be asked about. I'm going to push you to do better in your personal life and your spiritual life. And even when we go to the gym, it's everything that I could possibly do to a person. Like, if you wanted to go get a girlfriend, you would do anything possible to get that girl within reason. You know what I mean? I won't sacrifice my morals. I won't sacrifice, you know, things that I'm doing in my life to make somebody feel good. I won't sacrifice my time for people who don't want to be in my time. And I apply that to my clients. What do my clients want? What more can I do for them? And how can I do it better? So when I introduce myself and they take it awkwardly, I have to learn from that. Like, okay, I will never say that again. You know what I mean? I would never ask anybody how their night was, or I would never ask anybody, you know, how was that party? Like, what do you mean party? Like, you were like, I didn't tell you about it. Like, how'd you know? You know what I mean?
Stalking,
right? But even from the conversation I have in the beginning to where we're at in the gym, I make sure it's personal. Like, I give you guys my story the same way I talk to you guys here on the podcast, the same way I would necessarily talk to my clients, because I want you guys to know everything about me. I want you guys to know that I'm just not some random dude out here doing it for money, because the money gonna come. I could go work at Burger King and make the same amount of money I'm making right now. You know what I mean? I just gotta put in like 40 to 60 hours.
That's it.
And so it's not about the money, it's about how you feel and how I feel about people. When I'm talking to them, and keep on going in the circle, when we even get to the stretching phase, like you warm up, I tell you what you do, I see how you move. I'm not instantly trying to critique your movement. I'm just seeing how you move, and I show you the stretches. I see how you stretch. You know, I explain what you're supposed to be feeling, and if you're feeling it, and if you're not feeling it, I'm going to explain to you what you should be feeling. And I've been doing this for so long, I could literally just explain to you, this is what you should be doing. Like literally lay on your back, have your right leg straight, pull your left leg to your knee, pull your left leg to your chest, or bring your chest to your knees, or your knees to your chest. I'm not fucking that up, right? And what you're going to do, you're going to take your right arm, you're going to grab your left knee, you're going to place your left arm onto the ground, and you're going to rotate your hips by pulling your knee down, and you're going to keep your chest facing the ceiling, right? Simple as that. You're going to feel that in your lower glutes and going into your back. It should help release a bunch of fucking stress. and your lower back and your legs and in your ass. If you have ass fades, if you squat a lot, girls, I know you squat a lot. Guys, some of you guys don't squat enough. I see you guys with the skinny legs, right? But just the way that you talk to people and just the way that you give information, and literally I fuck up just like that. I'll be like, like, yeah. But that's me. You know what I mean? Like I would jump on my words. Anybody who know me knows that I would jump on my words. If you've been listening to the podcast, you know that I fumble a lot, and I want to give people the real version of me, and that's it. You know what I mean? Like there's no hiding my fuck ups. You know, it is what it is. So be honest with people. Treat people the way you want to be treated. And when you ask those questions that are hard, you gotta remember, you know, what am I doing this for? Am I doing this for me? Because I already got the money in my pocket. My job is essentially done. No, I'm not doing this for me. I'm doing this for them because they want to be better. Not because they paid me. Yeah, they paid me. That's nice and all. It just comes with the job. But they want to be a better human being. They want to do so much better in their life. That's why they came to me. And I have a responsibility. And it's a disservice to them for me not to do everything humanly possible to help them get to the place that they want to get to. Woo! That was a mouthful. But I keep saying but, not but. And
I like butts though.
everybody likes butts. Not everybody likes butts. Some people say small booties don't matter, but I say all booties matter, baby. I'm sorry, I just got a text message.
Distractions.
But yeah, distractions right there just kill me. Another thing you could do to master client relationships is just be humble, dude. Like, don't walk around being the stickler, you know, trying to establish. Don't be the alpha male trying to establish dominance. Be the alpha male that shows. Like, it's easier when you show what you're doing than when you walk around and you just talk the talk. You know what I mean? The talk sounds good, but when you can actually back up what you're saying, and or even if you just move in silence and people see your actions, I much prefer that. Like, be silent, be the silent killer, do everything that you're supposed to be doing, and in a while, your actions were just gonna speak for themselves. You know what I mean? When you have all the accolades you don't have to speak upon because you just have so many. Like, you say Kobe and people just know. You know what I mean? You say Jordan, people just know. You know what I mean? LeBron, even though I don't really like him, you just know, like, the accolades that come with it. You know what I mean? And I don't think any of those players really have a big mouth. I mean, LeBron James, he's not my favorite player, but at the same time, he goes and he dominates. Like, there's nothing I can do to stop him from doing that. And I don't play basketball, so all I can do is be like, F you, LeBron, you suck. Hold it down, though, because you're doing it. Yeah. Talk to people, man. Be happy. Figure out what people like. And believe me, you cannot master client relationships, and I haven't done it yet, without going through a bunch of relationships with clients, without seeing how each person acts, and each person acts differently. But you know when somebody's a troublemaker. Like, we have all been to school, and I hope you guys been to school. But you... And
if you don't, that's okay, you know.
Go and get your GED.
It's not for everyone.
Yeah, I mean, school's not for everybody. Listen, I went to college for 2 years, and I got my associates, and I was just like, that's all I need, baby.
That's the nice one.
That's all I need. I don't need nothing else. I can do everything else I could just find in a book. But, stop saying blood. Booties. It takes a while to learn people, you know, but again, going back to even being in class, when you know somebody's a troublemaker, and then like every year there's this one kid that just like acts this certain way, you know, he got those shiesty eyes, like, oh, I just know I gotta keep my shit away from this kid. Like, I've had stuff stolen, and I'm just like, I already know who it was, bro. You know what I mean? Like, even though I'm not gonna accuse you, like, I know who it was, and It is what it is. You know, I just learned my lesson to be like, you know what? I'm never gonna bring shit around people like you. You know what I mean? And even if it wasn't you, then okay, great, fine. That means my judgment just fucking sucks, and I just need to keep my shit away from everybody else. So you learn how to read people. You learn how to not jump the gun so much. Like, you read somebody and, like, say if you've seen me, or if you've seen, you know, somebody, Manny, whatever the case may be, you shouldn't judge a book by its cover. You're like, oh, he probably just, like, he doesn't go to the gym at all, he doesn't do shit, like,
Hey.
he doesn't take care of his family, he's black, I bet you he has a kid that, you know, like the whole stereotypical kind of thing. Until you get a chance to actually talk to us and actually know that, we actually take care of business and we actually do the things that, you know, we're trying to accomplish in life. So you can't just, like, you can't write people off. And you can't change the way people act, but you can change the perspective that you see things in by your actions and by how you can help people. It's always amazing for me when my clients do stuff that I never asked them to do, or when they tell me stuff that they don't have to tell me and they feel good about it, and you know, they show me the pictures, the progress and everything. They're just like, fuck yeah, like I did this, I'm proud of myself, and I'm just like, shit, like, great job. They're like, thank you. I'm just like, I ain't do shit. Like, you did it. Like, you fucking busted your ass. All I did was show up and tell you what to do. Not pat myself on the shoulder, because that just shows that I take my time and I try to learn people. And I take my time, and the same way I learn the body is the same way you got to kind of learn the mind. You got to learn the mind, and then you have to learn how people think. Right now I'm in the transition of seeing how people think on the internet. You know, I do a lot of surveying on the internet, whether it's Facebook, Instagram. Yeah, but what's cool about it is that just like how in the lunchroom it's funny, because that meme is going around with the lunchroom and the athletes and the jocks and like the people, the little clicky tables and shit like that, the people who are getting roasted, whatever. It's just like you walk in the lunchroom, it's the same way Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, Snapchat, all those platforms are literally like walking inside the lunchroom and figuring out where to sit at and what to say when you're at those tables. And I believe I went over this a couple of times before. Like, Facebook is more like blase. It's like meme central. Like, you go in there and you talk your shit, and it's somewhat business savvy. You know, if you have a business page, yeah, cool. But it's more like cool. You know, Twitter is more like slang, personal, in your face. You know, if you're trying to get a hold of me, you would definitely reach me on Twitter. Instagram is more like photos, like what am I doing? This is the highlight reel of my life. This is where everything comes to play. You know, and even though I'm not doing all this shit all the time, this is what I've done. You know, and that's awesome. LinkedIn is more professional. When you go on my LinkedIn, you're gonna see videos, you're gonna see, you know, complete sentences and shit. Like, and again, the podcast. You go to a podcast, you're gonna hear me talking, you're gonna hear me ramble, you're gonna hear all my fucking personalities come out, because I got more than one. But having a broad perspective on how people think and how people talk and how people communicate was definitely going to give you the upper leg or the advantage in just communicating with people. I've grown so much by just watching people talk and taking like a public speaking class back when I was in college like 6 years ago. And it helped me grow so much. And even though I didn't know it was going to help me grow back then, I just knew it was something that I needed in my life, because I fucking sucked at talking with people, talking to people, being on camera, or even talking to the camera. So even like when I go to the stores or the gym, I have a pleasant time talking to people now, because I could form complete sentences without butchering them or being shy or whatever the case may be. Because I've learned all these skills that help me, you know, get clients. And it's awesome to be able to talk to people without wanting to get them as clients, and it's awesome just to have like a regular conversation with people. Dude, man, it's awesome when you're able to open your freaking mouth and you're able to talk and you don't sound like a freaking bimbo or dummy, and you sound like you know what you want to say. But it all comes with work, dude. I read tons of books. I love seeing how words are put together. I don't like crossword puzzles. right? Those are the ones where you got to fill in the joints, right? Those, I don't like those. I like the word search. I'm down for the word search.
I'm a Sudoku kind of guy.
A what?
A Sudoku.
My sister was good at that. I was like, numbers.
Shit.
I like prime numbers. It was a game, prime numbers, with a little frog.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was the shit at that. Boy, high score and everything. I go on everybody's computer. You gonna figure it out. Yeah, man. Client relationships are very important because they're just like any other relationship. I don't want to ramble about this anymore.
Which she has for quite some time.
Yeah, but probably
all right.
a solid 20 minutes.
Not bad. That's okay.
Yeah.
It's alright.
Guys, be nice to people. Use the golden rule. This is a highlight right here, right? Be nice to people. Use the golden rule. You approach questions that you want to ask people, regardless if they're hard or not, in the way that you'd like to be asked. Like, don't be like, "You're a fucking asshole, man." Like, don't talk to people like that because you know.
Unless you're really good friends with them.
Yeah. Like,
sure.
Yeah, you gotta be able to communicate on their level. It's just like communicating on Facebook on social media. Communicating on Facebook and on LinkedIn are two different things. You're gonna find people on Facebook that you can't find on Twitter. You know, Gary Vee, you could write him on Facebook, but he's probably only gonna answer you in the message or on live. But if you message him on Twitter, he'll probably answer you like immediately. You know what I mean? It's just like, yeah. So it's just you gotta be able to talk to people correctly because I'm sure there's people out there, and I'm sure you've seen it on social media. They will call you right the fuck out and they will drag you in the mud. You know, and that's that. You know, don't be an asshole. Don't be shysty to people. Don't do things for a malicious reason. If you're just trying to do things for money, then it's not going to work. If you have a bigger reason than money, then trust and believe things are going to pan out into your future that you will never see. You're going to be so nervous to do anything because you've never thought that you were going to be here. Because that's where the fuck I'm at. I'm super nervous for doing everything that I'm doing right now, and I've been doing it for a while. I never thought I'd be this fucking nervous about putting my fitness plan out there and having people critique it, which doesn't fucking bother me at all because if you're critiquing it, which means like you're looking at it, or you want to do it, or you don't want to do it, you're just talking shit. Regardless of what the fact is, there's hard conversations you gotta have with everybody.
Yep.
There's only one of them that's going to make you happy, and I'm going to end on that. The conversation that's going to make you happy is the one that you have with yourself. That is going to make you the most satisfactory. It's going to give you the most satisfaction in your motherfucking life. Bada boom, bada bang. I'm signing out.
Facts. Papers, documents.
Xerox, baby.
Alright. So we are good to go, right? Alright, we got this. Alright guys, so thank you guys for listening, or at least somewhat putting an ear to it. We appreciate it. You already know. As always, check us out on our social media platforms. The Facebook, you already know, the Band Band Show. And then obviously Spotify and all that good stuff. You already know. I'll provide the links down below later on, and you guys will be able to join in and do all that good stuff.
Hell yeah, guys! You guys already know where you can find me, Built by Andre, and I changed my my personal page on Instagram is called Cooked by Andre.
Oh,
right? So now I'm getting into. I've always been into food, and my next stop is to actually become a nutrition specialist.
You guys are gonna get cooked by him?
Hell yeah, right? Doesn't matter how you get cooked.
Medium rare,
rare, blue.
Straight out the cow?
Yeah, yo, straight out the cow, dog. But I'm going to be bringing more awesome things to you guys. I'm also going to have a special hub for my social media stuff. So when I release the videos, you'll get those as soon as they come out, and then you'll get the YouTube ones. I shouldn't say it like that. All the videos are going to be on YouTube. Bottom line,
you know what?
The
Just
website.
Subscribe.
But the website is going to be a special place where you're going to get early access for everything else. Yeah.
Subscribe. You actually put it to favorites. Bookmark it. That way you already have it right
do
there.
What you gotta do. Turn your notifications on. Turn your sound on so you can hear the notifications when they come onto your phone. Please and thank you. Check us out everywhere. Please subscribe, comment, share. If you don't share, then don't share. You know what I mean? Do what you gotta do. We love all you guys. Hope you guys are having an excellent day, night, morning, whenever time you listen to this. You guys be awesome.
And If you guys can't find his link, he can always just share it onto the page.
Boom, baby.
So I'll have that there as well, just for you guys convenient. If you guys can't find the page or for whatever reason, just look up on the Bang Bang Show. You'll be able to find it. It'll be there along with the other platforms and things like that. And yeah, just support.
Yeah, support. Oh, if you guys do check it out, it's a little bit different than mini format. I break my up into episodic formations, so it won't be the entire podcast, but it'll be most of it, or it'll be like 10-20 minutes of it. And the YouTube, you'll be able to see the visuals. You'll be able to see me mainly cracking jokes and doing all the stupid shit.
Unfortunately.
What? You guys go check it out. And that's the end of the podcast. Thank you all for stopping by. We're over 800 episodes downloaded, and I'm super happy about that because we only have 20 episodes in. You guys have given me the confirmation to keep going. Thank you so much. If nobody's telling you this today or ever in your lifetime, I'm telling you right now. I love you. Thank you so much. You all deserve to be amazing, and you all need to go out and crush your day, your night, whatever you're doing in your life. You need to go and completely obliterate it. I don't care if you need to be obsessed with it. I don't care if you need to take time away just for you to be you. You need to be able to harness what's deep inside your heart, because it makes so much sense to do what you love. Take that and run with it. I love you all. Thank you for stopping by.